That was awful. Hey guys, it's everybody Commandment 13 back at you, and you, with another video. Yeah. I'm here to do my WrestleMania 29 review. Now I know I waited a couple days. It's Tuesday now. What you doing, WWE Commandment 13? I just wasn't in the mood the past couple days. I came home from work today. I was like, what do I feel in the mood to do? Video time, nigga. Ninja, whatever. Hate me in the comments, please. We don't like it. We don't love it. Sorry. I'm kind of a little hyper. But, yeah. To get on with it, we're going to start from the bottom of the card, go to the top of the card. Now, I thought WrestleMania was a good, solid WrestleMania all around. There were a couple things I didn't like. There were a match or two I didn't like. One thing I was kind of confused about was what happened to the Why the Funkadactyls and Tons of Funk versus Road Scholars and Brie Bella was moved to Raw. Maybe they were worried about time constraints. Maybe they wanted to give each individual match more time. That's right, I do the do. I do it. I done do the do. Like I said, maybe they were about time constraints. You know, that sort of thing. If it looks like I'm looking in a weird direction, it's because the camera's over here on my iPhone, and I'm looking at myself, which is like over here, based on where the camera is. See, camera, this way. Screen, this way. So it's like, I'm looking at the screen, even though I should be looking at the camera, looking at you guys. Sorry. I'm trying to not break off topic. But let's start at the bottom with, I believe, yeah, the first match of the night. I did not get to see the Miz Barrett one, because where I had to go to watch WrestleMania, which is out at my granny's house, there was no Wi-Fi, so I had absolutely no shot at freaking catching the pre-show match. So I won't be reviewing that because I didn't see it. It's not right for me to review something I didn't see. Okay, so the first official match I watched as a part of WrestleMania was, I'm pretty sure it was The Shield versus Big Show, Sheamus, and Randy. Now, this was a pretty good, as far as WWE six-man tag matches go, it was a pretty good one. I had a good time with it. There was good spurs and moments from both sides. I was kind of, at first I was like, wait, why are they not tagging in the Big Show? But now I see why. So Big Show can cement himself back into a heel. I don't know why they decided to take that break and make him almost go face, just so he could go back heel again. Also, why I don't understand why they gave Miz the title at WrestleMania, and then maybe they wanted Miz on the card of WrestleMania in some way and wanted to extend the Miz's WrestleMania streak so that the Miz can face The Undertaker next year at WrestleMania. Streak versus streak, I'm just saying. Maybe, who knows. Okay, that was my crazy prediction for next year's WrestleMania. Miz versus Undertaker, whoop, I don't know. But, like I said, or maybe they're trying to build the Miz as the next streak so that even when The Undertaker's gone, we have something to look forward to at WrestleMania every year. I don't know, they're putting a lot of pressure on the Miz in that way. Actually, now that you think about it, because with Undertaker gone, the Miz has to be the next Undertaker if that's what they're doing. And that's kind of fucked up, just my opinion. I'm going to stop rambling because I only have 15 minutes because I think that's all I'm cleared to do. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed the Shield versus Big Show, Orton, and Sheamus as far as six-man tags go. You know, it was one of the better WWE six-man tags. Usually they're not very good at them. They break down easy. But this one kept itself together up until, of course, you know, the Shield was starting to get their advantage. And, you know, Big Show got tagged out at one point. And then Show was like, give me the tag, Sheamus. And Orton jumps out of nowhere, tag Sheamus on the head, goes in for the win. RKO Seth Rollins, you know, you've seen it probably. If not, I can keep going. RKO Seth Rollins, and then I think I don't even remember off the top of my head how it ended specifically. I just remember that the Shield won, and then Show kind of got in the ring, and he was just kind of like, what the hell? Why did you guys not tag me in? I'm kind of mad right now. And he knocked out Sheamus, then knocked out Randy. Of course, you probably all know that at the very least, is the whole knocking out thing. But based on that, based on the way it affected the storyline, the way the Shield got over and everything, I'm going to give this, I say, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Just because the match itself was probably a 3 to 2 3/4. I may even give it 3 3/4 star. I don't know. But with what it did for the storyline and the way it made the Shield look and the way it set up for a possible storyline with either Show and Sheamus or Show and Orton, I give it a 3 3/4. Next match, I believe, was oh no, yeah. I don't have the order, but I have all the matches listed, and I might be able to remember off the match listing. I don't know. Let's just go off what I remember. This probably won't even be in order. So blah. Okay. Next, we're going with Y2J versus Fandango. I've heard mixed reviews for this match. I enjoyed it. I mean, there were spots where it wasn't so good, but, you know, I was thoroughly caught off guard with Fandango winning, and I did think he impressed me with his debut. He may not have impressed everybody, but he impressed me, and I'm kind of on the bandwagon now. It's fine. Yummy. But that I'm going to give a, maybe a 4. Maybe a 4 out of 5, I think. It was one of the better matches of the night. Then, oh my god, I even let myself believe this was going to be a good match for a short time. Ryback versus Mark Henry. It was built as two behemoths going one on one. Yeah. But it was awful. It was slow. It was just not entertaining whatsoever. Ryback wasn't, I mean, like, I can admit, Ryback can be an entertaining wrestler. He's just, you kind of get behind him because he's like, fast moves, big moves, power moves, things like that, and you get behind him. But there was none of that. And it wasn't even like a good Mark Henry match either, because it was like neither side really dominated, which takes out of a Ryback or a Mark Henry match, because usually no matter who they face, we're used to seeing them dominate. And when they don't dominate, it's just weird and bad and awkward. And neither of them really dominated, except for towards the end, Mark Henry started beating his ass, and then it still wasn't good. I can barely give Ryback versus Mark Henry a 1. I hated this match. Should not have been on the WrestleMania card. Now, granted, the build-up was nice. Everything about this feud was great, except for the match. I enjoyed the whole build-up to WrestleMania. I enjoyed, you know, Mark Henry being a crazy son of a bitch. But I did not enjoy the match. The match was just awful. 1 out of 5. Sorry. The next match I can remember is Team Hell No versus Ziggler and Big E Langston. I actually really enjoyed this match. You know, I always enjoy matches with Daniel Bryan and Kane and Dolph Ziggler. You notice I didn't mention Big E Langston. Ha. But, you know, it was a good tag team match. Good, solid WrestleMania tag team match. Of course, Daniel Bryan and Kane coming out with the win. Are still tag team champions. It didn't come to fruition with AJ. I've heard people say that AJ was going to turn on Ziggler and Langston, but that didn't come through. But it was a good match nonetheless. I would give it probably 3.5 stars. You know. Maybe 4. I don't know. I'm not really good at rating. But it was a good match. I enjoyed it a lot. Next match was Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger for the heavyweight championship. Now this really surprised me, because I really firmly believe that Jack Swagger was at least for a few minutes going to be world champion. You know? But it didn't happen that way. But it was a good match. I did enjoy the match. I mean, it wasn't the best Alberto Del Rio match ever or the best Jack Swagger match ever, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. Probably give that a 4. I don't know. As I said, I'm not good at this. I'm going to stop rating. I'm just going to tell you how I feel about the match and then go on. Okay, the next match. If I forget any matches, put them in the comments and I'll make a separate video for the match. Probably won't be that long, but still, I'm just saying. The next match was The Undertaker versus CM Punk. Now, this match, oh my freaking god, did I love this match. And the great thing about it is it wasn't, like, super freaking long, like Triple H versus The Undertaker from last year. But it was good for what, I mean, it was given a decent amount of time. And it had good back and forth. There were times where you actually, I guarantee you there were times where you were thinking, Punk might break the streak, oh my god, yeah, because I was going nuts. I was enjoying myself. And even though Punk lost, I was kind of butthurt about it, but even though Punk lost, I had a good time with the match. It showed both of them off very well. Punk took it to The Undertaker, and Undertaker took it gave it right back. That was, in my opinion, it was one of the best Undertaker matches in WrestleMania history. Call me crazy. I'm giving it 5 stars. 5 stars. I know I said I was in the 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. Yeah. Next match. Brock Lesnar versus Triple H. Now, this wasn't, you know, a very technical match, per se, of course. Brock Lesnar versus Triple H, really technical? No. But it was good for what it was. It was a no-holds-barred match. And they worked it well. They made it work. And it was really good. And I loved the little bits that Shawn Michaels was involved. The sweet chin music to Paul Heyman. The F5 to Shawn Michaels. The, you know, and all that stuff. And I really enjoyed that it ended with a pedigree on the steel steps. I love that. I'm going to give that a 4.5 out of 5. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to need to stop rating. But it was a great match. I really loved that match. But, like I said, like I was gonna say, next was, I'm hyper. I'm sorry. Stop it. Stop it. Next match. I think we're on the last match, actually. Yes. Yay! John Cena versus The Rock. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is this is definitely better than last year's. I hated last year's match. It was awful. It just didn't seem right. Now, I will give you one thing. It started off slow. I was like, God, this is going to be worse than last year because it was slow. They were freaking and I'm going slow. And it wasn't John Cena versus The Rock. It didn't feel like it. But then when they picked up, it started getting better and better. And they had nice little back and forths. I enjoyed the whole match. Not the best match on the card. The best match on the card by far was CM Punk versus The Undertaker. I don't think anybody out there is going to argue with me there. But like I said, it was a good match nonetheless. I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed the outcome. I really liked, my favorite part of that match by far though, was when Cena's going for the people's elbow and he's just going to bounce off the ropes. Go to the other ropes. You can't see me. And it was fucking hilarious. I marked like a bitch, I'm not gonna lie. I never stopped being a John Cena fan, guys. I just kinda got stupid. Yeah, I'm a John Cena fan. It's whatever, man. You can hate. Hate on me, I don't care. It fuels my fire. Okay, now I'm gonna stop before I go insane. Probably gonna make a Raw review, may not, may. Who knows? I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. Yeah. I may even watch a wrestling video tonight. I might make a review of it. Who knows? I sure as hell don't know. But it's great to be back on YouTube. I know I'm not making videos as often as I said I would, and I'm kind of lacking and slacking. But a lot of that has to do with my new girlfriend, my job, all these things, you know, distract me from this. But trust me, I intend to make lots of videos and get all my subscribers back, bang, and do even better this time than I did last time. Now this has been WWE Commandment 13. See you later. Poke.